Here we are on the tailpiece again. This is all dry. I can sure see the 40 grit scratches in it, but it's straight. And I started I'm going to put good primer on this, so I'm trying to take all this old paint off. And I've got an area here I welded patch and a big hole right there, and it looks like they've kind of bondoed up another one right there. So I'm gonna wire brush this and see what it looks like. Well, I was hoping I could maybe put some fiberglass in it, but as you can see here, this whole piece is really rusted out bad all the way down into here. So I'll have to try to take off this chrome piece here. It shouldn't be too hard. And I don't know about this side. I don't think it's rusted. Looks alright. But this definitely is not, so I was going to try to get the back of this primed today, but I think if I could get this piece done, there's quite a bit of curves in there, I'll be doing a good job just to get this fixed. Well, I wasn't particularly sure how to do this. What I did, I took a brake spoon here, it's pretty good steel, and I made me a little hook on the end. I've got one clip here, and it looks like I can get it under there and pull that clip out and pop the trim loose. And I did it here on a couple. Let's see if we can. I don't know if this camera's even showing this, but it goes in like that, and I was able to pull that clip loose and the thing come off. So I just find a clip and get that under it a little bit, and then seems like I've almost got it. There it is. Gotta be real careful I don't pry on that window and break it. Anyway, this is a tool I made. It seems to be working. I got a couple off of here. So I'm going to press on here, and hopefully I can get this trim piece off. Well, I had some success there. It's good long side. It's got a lot of dirt and stuff in here, but I've got this trim piece raised up. I think there's a special tool for this, and I don't want to mess up too bad. So, and this is the only place I need to fix right there, so I've got that trim up out of my way. Let me vacuum this out and see what I want to have for as far as metal work. Well, I got that cleaned out pretty good. It was just full of dirt. 50 years worth of crap in there. Looks like I got a fairly complicated piece here, but it's just right here in this bottom. I'm going to finish knocking out that Bondo. but I think I can do that and not lose my little pin there. I bought some clips for the windshield. They look like that. But I can replace these rusted ones, and I can clean up that channel there and prime it. Let me knock this Bondo out and see what I do have. Well, plenty of rust there. I think what I'll do, try to cut this out as best I can to round in here and along this line. Make me a little curved piece with an edge. Probably going to have to make it out of two pieces. Anyway, I'll cut out some rough pieces and see if I can match this. I should be able to do it in one piece. I don't know how far I can cut down into that window channel. I guess I could use a little sawzall or something and get in there. A little jigsaw, something. But you can't really see here. It goes, I gotta get it all the way down into that corner. And it looks like there might be some rubber. Something pretty hard right there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'll have to give this some thought. It's not going to be a real easy job, at least not for my skill level. Well, it turns out this hard piece down there was just a piece of Bondo. So I'm pretty sure I can get a straight piece across there. I can probably get a weld down in there. Might have to grind a weld with a Dremel. I got some more dirt right here in this area. I have to take out. To do it right, obviously I'd take the window out and make a whole section there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just try to clean this up as best I can. Weld me a good piece in there. Try to seal it with something, fiberglass probably. Keep water from going through anymore. And weld this solid across here. I'm just worried about the bottom there, but I think fiberglass will take care of that. At least it'll be a lot better than it was. Well, after a bit of hammering and pounding, I've got a piece here that's got the basic shape of this. And did it in a vise, and I used a boring bar. So anyway, it looks pretty good. Might have to tweak it a little. Now I can sort of start cutting some of this out of here. See what kind of hole I got. And I can, this is a good thick piece of stainless steel too, so it's a little harder to weld, but not that big a deal. And this is kind of flat right here, and that's what I managed to get in here, is kind of a flat. Again, if it's too low, I'm not really worried about it. But my next operation is to try to get some of this bad metal out of here. Now this is really the only tool I have that's going to be small enough to get in there. And it's a little Harbor Freight Drill Master thing with a cutoff wheel. I only have to make these curve cuts right here, the edge cuts, and down there by the window. I think if I make this here an angle cut, I'll probably get enough metal to weld. It's going to be slow. This thing is not very powerful. Yeah, try to get this one. It is cutting it. I'll try this 45 here next to the window. Boy, not very speedy. Oh, that worked. Well, after a crap load of welding and trimming, cutting, got this little piece in here. I don't have it curved right yet, but I think if I can tack it and push it in, I'll be able to bend it out. Maybe I should do it before I do that, before I try to weld it. That's what I'll do. I'll try to straighten it out. I already spent 2 or 3 hours at least trying to make it. Now there we go, that's quite a bit better. Flush along in here, right there. I can get a little bit of weld in there, I think. Once I get this in pretty solid, then I can just press that in. It's still bendable, but I'll just start tacking it here and see what results I have. Well, I got it good on both ends here, and fairly good down in the bottom there, but I did leave a big old gap in it. I cut it wrong. I didn't realize that it was going to be that much, so I'm going to lay a piece of coat hanger in there and weld that in, and I can probably grind that off and it'll be okay. Well, there's a little piece laid in there. I just got it tacked in and I cut it off, pounded it in flush. I'll try to weld that up, and then I'll get a smaller piece to fit that big gap in top. Well, there it is, welded in. It went kind of slow. I don't think I warped it any. I decided to leave a gap in there instead of welding that whole thing up. So somebody looks at it, it'll have a stock looking gap in it instead of a welded smooth piece. Kind of a dead giveaway. It's been repaired, but I mean, there's no way getting away from knowing that, but at least it'll look good. I'll grind it down now and see what I got for a result. Well, that looks pretty good. Might have a couple little high spots in it that I can tap down with a hammer. I don't have any holes or anything in it, just black spots there, but they're all solid. This little piece down here turned out real good. I have one little hole right there. I kind of got it down into this part here. I'll clean this up best I can. I might have to just file that out because I can't get anything down in there. Put a little Bondo on it. Should be able to get it at least as good as that one. But it's got the right curve, and it's good 16 gauge stainless steel, so a little bit of improvement over it. Shouldn't rust out anytime soon. Well, I hit it with a little bit of Bondo. A very thin layer, so it's pretty straight. Kind of surprised myself a little. And I was thinking about this down in here. I got a deburring tool, a small one, and I can reach down in there and kind of grind this out, and I'll patch that with fiberglass, make sure that I don't know, I think it water ought to leak in it. It's on the inside. I don't know whether it should go through or, because it'll run down to this middle. I'm not sure what that should be sealed, or I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen in there. guess I'd take the other side out and look. But anyway, as far as my patch goes, I'll sand this off, see what it looks like. Turned out pretty good. Just a little bit high here in a couple spots, but it's pretty straight all the way across. And I got a little bondo on each end of it. I'll just put a little bit of primer on there. Give us a better idea what it looks like. Well, it looks pretty good. Got, see just a couple little dents in it. Very little. So, I think that's a pretty good job. A little bit of final skim coat there and some sanding. It's at least the quality of the side that we're going for, and you can't really tell where it was welded or anything. So even though it took me all day, in the end I got it done. Looks like I got a little bit of something down in this area I gotta clean up. This needs quite a bit of sanding. I don't know what's happening over here. Since I made me a tool to take off this trim, I might as well pull it off and see what this corner looks like. And since I know that one rusted, and this one's probably in a similar situation, but I'll do that tomorrow. And in the meantime, that's good enough for what I'm doing. I still got to sand that whole thing there and get all that paint off. So, but I'm actually kind of impressed with myself that I did that. So it turned out pretty good. Yeah, this corner looks pretty good. It looks like my little clips are kind of rusted away, but I don't see any sign of rust down in there. Maybe a little. At any rate, I need to clean that whole thing out. And this little tool I made here out of my brake spoon, I can reach right in there and get the clips. Let's see if I can find one and give you a video. I'm just looking for a clip. There might be one right there. A lot of dirt and stuff in there. Anyway, pulling this one off will be a thing for another day. I got it up to that clip. I can get under there with a light, see where it's at. It's almost popping out as it is. Right there. I don't know if my little hook is getting it or not. Yep, there it is. So, that one's still got paint on it. Anyway, I can clean up this whole channel here and it's out. So, now I've learned it's pretty easy. And I've got some I bought. But you can see they're rusted out, particularly here on the bottom. So it's good I get this all cleaned up. All the junk out of it. Deal for another day.